We see Russian soldiers driving through an open field in a white Niva SUV to storm Ukrainian positions. At least, that's what was stated in the original source, the Belia Niva SUV. There are 5 Russian soldiers in it. It's not visible yet, but later it will become clear that there really are 5 of them, looking ahead, so to speak. They drive up to a private building with a small barn and a house, after which they begin to unload from their car. And what do we see next? Let's take a freeze frame here at the 41st second of this video. So, what are we observing? I'll even run a small reverse so that you can take a closer look at everything that's happening. There are really 5 Russian soldiers here. It's clearly visible. In the lower right corner of the screen, we see a Ukrainian fighter who is easily identified thanks to the yellow armbands on his helmet and sleeve. Russian soldiers slowly, without haste, unload from the car, throw away their equipment, mines, backpacks, and at the same time they don't worry at all, they don't look around. That's not how those who go to the assault behave. You have to understand this clearly. These people did not come to the assault. They came for a rotation, to observation posts, God knows where else, but definitely not for an assault. They are absolutely sure that they are in their territory. I am convinced of this by watching their actions. They act as if these positions belong to them. However, these are Ukrainian positions. The Ukrainian drone, which noticed their approach from kilometers away, transmitted the information to the Ukrainian fighter stationed at this observation post. And this soldier, as you can see, is preparing to ambush the Russian troops who have arrived, who do not realize what is happening because they lack intelligence. It is not known why they are not informed. It happens. You can get lost, you can take a wrong turn, you can get the wrong coordinates. This happens quite often. But the fact remains that the Ukrainian soldiers understood perfectly well what was happening. They were aware of who had come, why they had come, and there were fewer of them. Just 2. The standard composition at the observation posts is 2 soldiers against 5. But they gained an advantage because they knew what was going on. Let's look further. It's just a stunning video. So, the Russian soldiers are unloading. One of them runs away and notices a Ukrainian who does not have time to shoot him, but nevertheless opens heavy fire, the so-called Somali shooting at the Russian soldiers. And here I have to take a freeze frame, because then there will be the next episode that I want to discuss. Let's make a small reverse to make it clearer. What happened? The Ukrainian soldier saw the Russian but did not have time to shoot first. He ran behind cover. However, the Ukrainian knew where they were and started shooting at them through the fence, literally blindly, on a hunch. This is called Somali shooting, when you don't see the enemy exactly, but you fire, assuming where he is. And it really hits one. 1 Russian soldier is killed. Now there are 2 Ukrainians against 4 Russians. Somali shooting is an underrated melee technique, I can tell you that. But it is gradually returning to fashion, and there is clear evidence of this, arguments in its favor as a combat technique. Let's look further. The Ukrainian walks around a building, a barn, a summer kitchen, it doesn't matter what you call it, from the flank. At this time, one of the Russian soldiers picks up a disposable grenade launcher. There are many varieties of such grenade launchers. He shoots at the main building because he doesn't know where the Ukrainians are. He doesn't understand where he is at all, he doesn't have drone support, he doesn't navigate. And this is the key point. I want every viewer to understand that having information and being aware of the enemy's actions is your advantage. This is incredibly important. And when someone asks you to drop 2 hryvnia, $2 on a drone, please drop it. Because that's what saves lives. Ukrainians, 2 against 5, now against 4, gained an advantage thanks to the drone. But the Russians didn't have it. A Russian soldier fired a grenade launcher blindly. It could have been a turning point if he had used it wisely. Then the Ukrainians would have no chance. But he shot anywhere, he didn't hit anyone. There were only 2 Ukrainians there, and we will see them throughout the video. There really wasn't anyone else there. Let's look further. There was an extremely tense moment here. I was seriously worried about the Ukrainian fighter. He and the Russian literally met face to face 5 meters apart and parted ways. No one fired. No one won in this melee. Close combat, guys, is tough. It's very tough. These are the real heroes. Those who participate in such battles. Real wolves. There is a firefight. Ukrainian FPV drones are being connected. They attack the car, simultaneously destroying one of the Russian soldiers. We're taking a freeze frame, and I'll tell you what's going on. There are 3 of them left. The video quality isn't the best, but it's clear. Ukrainians are now inside the building. They are closed. One of the Russian soldiers stands against the wall. He's probably trying to throw something in there, a grenade or something. They are trying to surround Ukrainians. Let's look further. You see, reverse again. They are trying to shoot the Russian through the walls, literally through the house, but he has already moved to the edge of the building by this moment. They are trying to surround the Ukrainians. Yes, they come from different directions. One of the Russians, the 3rd in a row, is destroyed by a drone dropping ammunition. That's the kind of additional support the Ukrainians have from quadricopters with combat drops. And now, at the 37th minute, a very dynamic moment begins. Yes, let's rewind a little bit again. At this very 37th minute, a Russian soldier standing at the back wall of a Ukrainian shelter is destroyed by an FPV drone. I draw this conclusion, although the drone itself is not visible. But even though the frame will have to be overlooked, it seems to me that it was an FPV drone. He stupidly attacks the Ukrainians' hideout. Do you understand how dangerous the situation is? They actually call fire on themselves. Have you ever heard or seen in movies, calling fire on myself? That's it, visually. This is exactly the case. To be honest, I've been attacked by FPV drones myself. It's very scary. Really, a tank and an FPV drone are probably the 2 scariest things that can work on you. And when drones attack your own hideout, it's an incredibly crucial moment. It is necessary to eliminate the Russian soldier and at the same time not destroy the shelter in which the Ukrainian fighters are located. Do you understand how precisely you need to act? Let's look further. They eliminated him anyway. One Russian soldier remains wounded. Another FPV drone flies into it. This time it's 100%, the drone's camera is visible, and it can be seen attacking right next to the Ukrainians' hideout. That is, in fact, the Ukrainians are calling drone fire on themselves again. The 2 of them come out of hiding, walk around the place and carefully finish off the wounded man. Very carefully. I want you to pay attention to how well they work with drones. When a drone flies, Ukrainians hide. They are informed in advance. Comrades, the drone is in the air, take care. As soon as the drone has worked, they immediately run out, check the situation and finish it off if necessary. And in the end, friends, 2 Ukrainian soldiers are victorious in this battle. This is a mind-blowing video. I am very glad that thanks to me it will be seen by more people and reach a wider audience. Because, well, it's just a tin can. Imagine, 5 armed men come to you in a car, with a bunch of weapons, with mines, grenade launchers. They start attacking you. And you come out victorious. But because you have a Mavic, an ordinary Chinese drone, a wedding drone, and 2 FPV drone operators. They're sitting somewhere with a walkie-talkie and they're telling you, guys, come on, we'll help you now. Do you realize how cool this is? How powerful is it? I hope I was able to convey to you my admiration for the heroism of the Ukrainian soldiers. Because in the original, the military is usually very stingy with words. They just write, we repelled the assault. That's it. For them, it's just a job. And what we just saw, this crazy fight, is routine for them. They repel such attacks on a daily basis. And they are not surprised. These are the real heroes. Da Vinci's Wolves is a Ukrainian unit that was on the spot, on the ground. They were supported by drones of the 59th Separate Assault Brigade of Unmanned Systems of Ukraine. We thank them for their work. And by the way, you can thank me too. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your attention. Take care of yourself and your loved ones.